How's it, guys and girls, and welcome back to Competitive Multiplayer. I am joined by David.
Hello everyone, how's it going?
I expected a Mrs. Doubtfire impression there.
Why, hello!
It nearly was. You were close.
Hello dear. We are run by fruiting.
It's a good film.
It's not really as bad as it is. We could laugh. She tried to think, like, say, what part of England are you from? Well, I mean, everywhere.
I do have a plan.
He has a plan, ladies and gentlemen, so do I. Start off by doing that.
So, if you're wondering why I was a little cheeky, before we started, before David joined, I jumped on the server a little bit.
You cheated?
I went on a bit of a shopping spree, shall we say, and the reason why you didn't see, or you haven't seen what it is yet, is because it was squirreled away inside the shop.
Even I don't know about this, folks. This is news to me.
Basically, the items that I bought, I parked inside the shop with the shutters down.
A cheeky fucker.
So I've been on a bit of a shopping spree. And is it going to be worth it? One machine, probably not. Two of the others, yes. So if you're wondering basically why my harvester's not in the yard, because if you remember from last episode, they are parked on a field waiting to go. And now would be a good time because we've got
weather's alright.
We've got a good day.
Okay.
What?
Right, that's interesting.
What have you done now?
I've not done anything, but the funny thing is I'm thinking to myself, and I've been thinking since last time we got it what I need to do. I think I'm going to get a harvester. Now, I own a header because it came up second-hand cheap.
Yeah.
So the obvious answer is buy the harvester that matches that header.
Mm-hmm.
Even though in this game that doesn't make a difference. That particular harvester's in the used section today. It's like the game knew. In fact, I've only got it's a little reach for my budget, but the fact that that exact harvester has cropped up in the used section, I just find amazing.
About I'm getting rid. I'm gonna have a quick nosy through, unless he's bought it already. He's either got the 239,001 or he's either got the 165,001.
The header I've got is the case header.
Yeah, I'm saying like I say, you've either got the axial, you've either got the case harvester or the ideal. David's probably thinking I'm going to be obsessed, and when he drives past my yard, oh shite! Whew.
No need, mate. You're gonna know what I bought.
Yeah, I'm gonna know what I bought because it nearly squished me. As soon as basically I was driving out the bloody garage. Next minute, the bloody...
Well, I guess that wasn't an ideal situation.
No, combine appeared. He's probably gonna think I'm now obsessed.
Well, I know you are. That's a different matter.
People are thinking, well, you've got the same You've got the same tractors. I know I have the same tractors. Technically I don't. Well, I do. Crap, one's not. One needs customization. So does the JCB, unfortunately. This isn't getting me to do what I need to do today. Prattling around with tractors.
Unless you wanted to prat around with tractors.
Now can I get past his big ass combine? Yes. Because I can go through the door. I can go through the gate that I left grate I left open. Can I actually put? I don't think I can. No, I can't. That's why this one doesn't have it, but it doesn't really need it. That's why the JCB can't. Yeah, okay, the JCB can't have. Which is kind of weird why the JCB can't have wheel weights. Guessing David doesn't need to do any harvesting right away.
Why does he say that?
Because your combine's still sat at the shop.
I'm just getting myself sorted in place to do it.
I'll sort that tractor out the other time. The other tractor can be sorted out. Because over here, I need the other. Oh, okay, that other tractor needs weights on as well. Right, so I need to move. That there. Back it up very carefully. If I hit the header out the way, it's fine. Just so I don't drive on my own field. That's the only problem playing with destruction.
I always use it now I'm serious. I think it just makes you be that little bit more careful.
I'm always careful. Right, that's that, that's that. And yep, that's fine. Didn't want the straw off this yet. Okay, let's see how quick I can get this field done. And then the other field, and then get this and get it turned around.
Come on, yeah.
What did you say then?
I said, come on, beat me.
I've definitely been spending too much time on this game lately.
No such thing.
Well, I've been flitting between Sosnovka and the other map, and I always forget its bloody name. It's kind of a bit like Balam Road. It's more of a dairy farming type map.
Fair enough. Off the top of my head, I don't know if I'm entirely sure which one you mean, but...
Begins with an R. It's like Rodenheim or something like that.
No, not one I'm familiar with enough.
It's quite a nice map. And then obviously I do need to check out, obviously, Balam and... Like I say, I want to get into court more, but...
Yeah, I do a certain amount, but I'm like, if I get time on the game and not doing this, I tend to be trying to bang Valley out.
Yeah, I've got got stuff that I can probably look at and sort out. Maybe might be New Year at the minute. Just depends on timing, really.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What?
Handy. Well, I used a tractor to bring my header over to the field, and once I connected the harvester to it, it disconnected the tractor automatically.
It always done that?
I don't think so.
Don't know.
I've never noticed it before, I know that much.
Yeah, I'm kind of... My chicken pen thing keeps scaring me.
Why?
Because it makes it look like they haven't got food. But then when you go over to the chicken pen, there's food in it. Or into the animal menu, there is food there, but when you actually go over to the trough, it looks like there's nothing in it. It looks like they haven't got food.
Alright.
But they'll have some bloody food soon, I know that. Just they can't get clucked about that, can they?
Boom, boom.
Yeah. You looking forward to the weekend?
Japanese Grand Prix? Yeah, I am actually.
You done any changes to your F1 team? I have.
Oh yeah?
You've only got 2 days to do it.
I know, don't worry.
Well, you've got less than 2 days now to be able to put changes in.
I know, don't panic.
I'm not panicking. I'm just not getting beat by Alan again. Which... I'm not letting him beat me in that. I'm not letting you two beat me in the Fantasy F1 League.
You might not get a choice.
I know I might not get a friggin' choice. This is where I'm hoping the Red Bull pull something out of their asses, because they can win the constructors of Japan, you know.
Yeah, and it's still they have to score one more point than Mercedes and not lose by more than 24 points to Ferrari. Which on the face of it sounds quite easy.
Just needs Checo to just needs Perez.
Well, really don't. Listen, if the Mercs don't score, then Max could do it on his own.
Yeah, but can you see the Mercs not scoring?
It's Spain. Could you have seen Red Bull not winning before last weekend, and look what happened?
Yeah. True. I just hope that, you know, they kind of pull back a bit. Because it'll be a shame that, you know, they've been so dominant and then for some bizarre reason.
Yeah, just Singapore didn't work.
Whereas it did the year before.
Yeah.
Which was the strangest thing, it did the year before. And if you haven't checked out the F1 podcast yet, you can do by Spotify, Amazon, Samsung, and
Anywhere else you get your podcasts?
obviously you can even go to the official podcast page on rss.com by searching GTUK F1 podcast.
Go on,
And I
do it
mean-
now, we'll wait.
It's worth a listen.
If you like the inane ramblings we get up to while doing this, it's more of the same.
Yeah. Because it's not structured. We will say it isn't structured. Has never been structured. We tried to structure it and
It doesn't work because it does.
it just doesn't work.
Structuring what we do is like trying to herd cats.
That's not easy either.
But you know what is easy? A segue to our sponsor.
I wish there was a sponsor right now. Crap. I could have lost crops there. Has he picked his combine up yet?
Yes, I have. It's already working, thank you very much.
I guess you had a peek into my yard, did you?
No.
I'll wait for the comment when he finally realises what the hell's in the yard.
Now, what's he bought now, folks?
It's not.
Oh, are you sponsored by New Holland this year?
By the way, there is one New Holland missing because it's currently out working.
Are they all T8s as well? A T8
Yep.
435. T8 435.
They're all T8s.
Yeah. Then the big case, the 400, a Fed 1050, and the JCB.
And a New Holland harvester. And a self-propelled sugar beet harvester.
Yeah. You got a fair amount of shite in here. I like it, like all this expensive machinery and still just a caravan.
I didn't see the point in taking up more real estate.
No, I know and I get that, but it just seems a little odd when you're like obviously earning the money to afford them and like still living in a shack.
The house is being built. I have to wait for planning permission to come through before I can afford to put up a new. I got the planning permission for the productions,
For the house.
but the house has to wait. That could have been costly. I started to drive forward and realised, shit, my header's not down. So you must have a pretty big field if you're working the ideal.
You saw last time, I seem to you seem to have more individual fields than me, but I seem to have a lot bigger fields.
Yeah, true.
You have the biggest field on the map, but I'm pretty sure I have about the next 3.
Yeah, you probably do. But I'm not. Like I say, if the plan works with that big field, I'd be happy. I mean, I could do something stupid and basically go and plant bloody
Sugar beets
on it, but I'm not gonna.
Do it.
I've got the machine to harvest it, no problem.
Yeah.
The planter could take some fucking time though. Because the planter that I've got to do the sugar beets is big enough for one of the bits that sugar beets are currently on. So, yeah. I don't want to basically set a worker off and it spend 10 hours having to plant. Because I imagine
you know what Billy likes, he just gets on with his job, he doesn't complain.
then I'd have to literally go up with seeds and everything all the time because it hasn't got a high capacity. Did you ever watch any of the Top Gear when Flintoff was there?
I saw little bits and pieces of it, not a huge amount.
I wonder if they'll get to replace him.
Well, BBC, if you know, looking, I mean, I'm available.
Because he's not going back.
Get them guys who are doing that GTA one. I watched a couple more of theirs the other night, they are really good.
Because apparently Flintoff's going back to cricket. I'm thinking, you know, he wastes... yes, he spent all the time doing the Top Gear, but then he got his racing license. And
Yeah, but he might still do a bit of like hobby racing or something. There's nothing stopping him.
no, and I mean the weirdest thing is, it's like, well, he's got his license, but it's like one big crash and it's kind of scared him.
Hmm.
I mean, look at Paddy. He fucked that Lambo up
Alright.
at Ribble. Was it Ribble?
Yeah, it was up this way, wasn't it?
Ribble Head, wasn't it? Near there, near the.
Somewhere around, somewhere near there, yeah.
Hmm.
At the Bull See the Field.
Yeah, and it was just like, Paddy's had a thing, but I suppose if Fred's not used to it, then. Because I mean, I imagine Harris has had a few.
Oh yeah, well he was a racing driver, wasn't he? He was the nearest thing they had to a proper.
Yeah. Well, that's why he was only allowed to do certain. That's why it was only him allowed to do certain stuff with certain cars. Because he was, at that point, a racing driver.
Yeah. He was the qualified one.
And then Fred got his license. Did you see Broadbent's video recently?
Which one? No, I watched this for a while actually.
It's the one to do with the race thing he had.
No, I haven't seen any of that.
It was basically he took part in a VNL at the Nürburgring
Alright.
with another sim racer dude, and you've heard me name you'll have heard me mention the name Misha before.
Oh, you said to do with that who used to red race cars off. To do with them in it.
Yeah, well, he basically this other sim racer and Jimmy basically did racing around the Nürburgring, did a VNL and a 12-hour race around the Nürburgring.
Alright.
And Jimmy was fine, sort of, and then it seemed that even though,
Well, Jimmy is now, I mean, we call him a sim racing, but he has actually done actual racing as well.
Jimmy has a racing license, so.
Yeah, he raced at Prague, didn't he, for
Yeah. Yeah, but it's
season.
not just that, it's the fact that the other guy that was with him was a sim racer, but it's the fact that, Misha is the one that knows the Nürburgring the most, and because of they were driving a BMW, is it 325?
Yeah.
And
Be a good car for that kind of job, rear wheel drive, bit of power to it.
yeah, but so there was a couple of crashes. Misha ended up in a crash himself, which he's the one that knows the circuit the most.
Yeah.
But you can know, you could have been like Sabine.
Oh, you know the circuit, but don't mean you know the other drivers around you.
Yeah. He got forced wide on one of the corners, I can never remember which corner it was, onto the grass. And now once you get onto that grass at Nürburgring, yeah, that's it basically, at times. And that's what happened in one of the crashes for him. And then, so that happened, then they had to get a donor car to basically get parts off to rebuild it for it. And it was one of the factories that had, is it Bilstein? Bilstein had given it, and it's just like the term.
Build shock absorbers normally for a living. Bliston, you mean?
Yeah, whatever. It was either Falcon or I can't remember what the hell it was. I watched it last night and all, and that's the weirdest thing. And basically, yeah, they had to get a donor car to then put the bits back on the car, then it went wrong again. You know, it was fine for Jimmy, and then when Misha got in, it went wrong again, and it was like, he just can't get a break. But in their class, I think they finished about 5th, and it was a multi-class, so obviously there was whatever they were racing, there was like GT3s there as well.
Yeah.
And 5th in their class wasn't bad for them.
Oh no.
And at least it finished, you know, even though they had all that problems with the car, and at least they finished.
Yeah.
And I think that he's going to be, I don't know whether he's going to be part of another one in like 2 or 3 weeks. It's just like, I don't think he, you know, Broadbent and Misha together.
Hi, Train.
You know what I mean? Broadbent and Misha together is quite a good combination, because Broadbent is, yes, I've seen him do the sim racing, but I've actually watched his proper racing that he's allowed to show. And he's actually, you know, he is a good racer, don't get me wrong.
Mm.
And obviously I've seen a lot of Misha's ones that he's been allowed to show and stuff like that, and it's, yeah. You know, it's just a bit of the shame that they didn't get better than what they did, but with the challenges that they faced,
Yeah.
you know, I think they did well for a 5th. And granted, the Norwich Life is classed as one of the most dangerous tracks in the world.
Oh yeah.
And people
I don't know you were gonna pull out on me.
But then people be like, well, how would you know? You've never driven it.
He has.
I actually have driven the Norwich Life.
I haven't. I'll say that now. I've never.
But people will be like, well, yeah, you've only driven it in video game. On the channel, if you look for it, you will see there is videos of me driving around the Nürburgring in a BMW was it an E36? And it was an experience, and I want to do it again, and I really would love to drag David round the Nürburgring. Because I think he would enjoy it. It would scare the shit out of him, but I think I think it'd scare him at first, but I think he would enjoy it.
I've no doubt I'd enjoy it.
You would. It's one of them tracks where if you have driven it and you have enjoyed it, it's a case of, yeah, I want more, sort of thing. And that's what it is. It's kind of like, they class it as a bug. And I mean, I wish, and it's a shame, you know, I wish Sabine had still been there to try and get a taxi ride with Sabine. Would have been crazy. Because what you class, and people are like, well, what's a taxi lap? A taxi lap is basically, there's a professional driver who knows the ring very, very well.
It used to be like BMW M5s and stuff like that. BMW sponsored it for a while, didn't they?
Yeah, but there is more.
I think last time I saw a video, I think it was like Hyundai i30s or something like that.
It depends. Each company that's does ring, like the ring taxis and stuff, they all use different vehicles.
Fair enough.
You know, the fact that you can get a hot lap or a taxi ride in a friggin' McLaren 750S and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah.
And like I say, even to have had a taxi ride, you know, in a BMW with Sabine, holy crap, that would have been an experience.
Didn't she technically lose the drive of it because she had too many crashes in a year or something like that?
Where are?
The ring, I think she had, cause if you had so many crashes in a year, you lost the ring taxi job. I'm pretty sure she fell foul of that.
I don't know. She was the queen of the Nürburgring.
Yeah, but you can still make mistakes.
Oh, I know. I've never heard that piece of information, so I wouldn't clearly know.
I'd have to check my source. I'm pretty sure I remember hearing it, but I'd have to obviously
Hmm.
clarify it.
Yeah, but I remember her doing the ring taxi, but then she went on to do racing, but then she only did ring taxis in her off time. But then, obviously, she ended up becoming ill, so... I used to... Was it Top Gear she was on?
Yeah, it was the transit van, tried to set the record for a van.
Yeah, she'd been on Top Gear, she'd been on 5th Gear. Did she ever appear on the Grand Tour?
I don't think so. I think she might have even died before that was on stage.
Because I used to love her on Top Gear. Because she was brutal with them. And it was funny.
Yeah.
Because she was definitely there when Paddy was there. The last time she appeared on... I remember one of the last times she appeared on Top Gear was Paddy was there, because they did some form of racing. I can't remember what it was, but she was just brutal with him, and it was just funny. Yeah, because the transit van was the thing where Jeremy had said. Did he set it in a Jag or something, or was that the time before?
Could be this time in a van or something, yeah. And hadn't she said it? They'd done the testing, it was something like a Jaguar, and she said, "Come on, Jeremy, I can go faster in a van." So they took a transit diesel out there.
Yeah, I wish she probably regretted them words. She tried to take Hammond round on. Originally, she tried taking Hammond round, didn't she?
Yeah.
And it didn't work, so they ended up literally stripping the seats out, so it was just her.
And then a Viper running in front of it to try and create a bit of slipstream and that, and
Yeah.
because it was a Viper held the record for the ring up until quite recently. It was a Viper ACR held like the production car lap record.
Where is my
Mind?
pen? Actually, I don't have to use that. Actually, no, I will use it, because it's going to be quicker doing this. If I do it this way. Oh, God's sake.
What have you done?
I accidentally pressed bloody tab, didn't I?
You know, if you press Shift and Tab, you go backwards down the list.
That'd have been nice to know.
Yeah, if you press Shift, you see, yeah, Shift and Control and Tab brings the Steam overlay up. Shift and Tab goes through the list but the other way.
That would have been... handy to know 5 seconds.
That's been like that since about 17.
I
That's
know,
not
but
new.
I've never... I didn't mean to... Because I tried to press Q and I caught the tab key instead.
Well, I normally try and press W to accelerate, but accidentally hit the Q key and then wonder why I'm leaving my trailer behind.
Yeah, but it was just trying to attach something into a vehicle. Which is a quick way to the cosplay menu.
If you're in a vehicle, press delete
Yeah.
and do it through that little menu.
Yeah, but you can't do the field work that way.
Yeah, you can.
I
Press
did.
delete,
Yeah.
then press the, you should have like a little picture like a crosshair. Press that.
Crosshair or the cosplay.
You open up, you press delete, you open up the little
Yeah.
crossplay menu. Just below the go button, there's like a crosshair in there.
No. I haven't got record button. But
It might depend what kind of machine
no,
you got
no.
on the back.
What you do, there's a quick way to it. If you haven't got a course loaded, click on where it's under first waypoint, last waypoint, you know, all that crap.
Yeah.
Just click on no course and then it'll bring the course generator up. Brings the course generator up quickly and then you can just get to your
There you go.
field work that way. It's still going to do that shite, isn't it, with this field? Why? I think I know why. I don't know why.
Tell me why.
Piece of shite. Oh well. Cosplay. Headlands. Headland.
Oh, that's beautiful. Literally, Mike Harvis is doing this last line, and it is the perfect width of the header.
Not surprised. See, this was a field that ended up causing me issues last time. You had the... No, you haven't. There you go. Get that done. Where is...
Once again, half a sentence, folks. I have no idea what he's on about. Hopefully you guys do.
Yeah, people will when they see my screen. It's basically me... making them not run at...
When you increase top speed on,
Yeah.
so they don't go walking pace.
Because I want to get things done. Yes, as you can see, guys, I do have 1, 2, 3, 4 New Hollands.
You must have got a good deal on them as like a bulk buy thing.
And yes, they are all T8s.
You buy 3, you get 1 free. I said you buy 3, you get 1 free.
Right, I want that tractor.
It shows the power of advertising. I think it was just when me and I were joking about that. And we both still remember the phone number from that advert.
Which one with...
It was the old Safe Style Windows advert, wasn't it?
Yeah, but who was it? Who was on it?
It was the guy dressed up with a bald head and the long hair, but dressed up like Shakespeare, the one I remember.
Oh, I remember the other one with... God, guy with glasses.
You buy 1, you get 1 free. I said you buy 1, you get 1 free.
Yeah, it's funny how you don't hear much of them anymore. Company's
They're
still
still around because we had some Windows done by another one.
Oh, I know, the companies are still around, like, but... You know what I mean? I know the company is still around, but it's just like... I mean, yeah. Ideally, I wish I'd have had my law degree when we had our windows and doors done. Because of the way our back door is.
Didn't do a good job.
No, they didn't. Well, they sort of did, but sort of didn't. Is that the time already?
Well, usually as it started going dark on us.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. I was like that. I think yes, it is like November in game though, so that's for other reason.
Well, we're not far off that in real life, probably.
Well, no, we're not. By the time this actually goes up to the public, it's probably past that.
It will be. It probably will be November. Actually, it'll be out. Be end of October, November. Who knows? It's crazy.
Whenever you're watching this, folks, hi, we're glad to have you.
And please subscribe, like and subscribe to the channel. And if you do want to see the rest of the series, you can always look at the playlist. I mean, we can class this as a series.
Oh, it's definitely a series. Maybe a series of unfortunate events, but it's a series.
When it's not Lemony Snicket.
I always like it when he actually gets a reference like that, if I throw like a random reference in.
That was a book, wasn't it, first?
I think it was a book, it was a TV show, it was all blooming sauce.
Wasn't keen on the movie. Not gonna lie, I like Jim Carrey, but not one of his finest.
I don't know if I've actually seen it. I know of it, hence why I managed to reference it, but I don't think I've ever actually seen it.
Oh, I have. It's not one of his finest. I will say that now. I mean, for me, one of my favourites, probably Jim Carrey movies, The Mask, Ace Ventura, and a lot of people say no, that this was quite one of his bad movies, but I really enjoyed The Cable Guy.
I've not seen Cable Guy, I must admit.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I did actually not that long ago, because I think it came on like one of the lower channels. I did sit and watch Bruce Almighty.
It wasn't a bad one. Preferred that over it to. I preferred that to.
Evan Almighty, the follow-up with Steve Carell.
Yeah, I like Steve. Problem is, I like Steve Carell.
Bruce Almighty was good. I quite liked it. I still to this day occasionally when randomly finds I'm going B-E-A beautiful.
Yeah, but that one was Ace Ventura.
Yeah, we used it in that as well.
Oh, I know he used it because it became a bloody catchphrase, didn't he? Like a glove.
Yeah, like a glove.
But I'm very surprised you've not seen Cable Guy. The fact.
No,
well,
it's just one of.
It's got obviously Matthew Broderick, Jim Carrey. Oh God, never remember her name, but she was in George the Jungle. She ends up the one that ends up falling in love with George. She's in it, and Jack Black's in it.
Is he? I didn't know.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised you. I was surprised you hadn't. You've not seen it. Because I know how you do like Jack Black, so. Yeah, he's in it. He makes an appearance.
Alright.
And a lot of people say one of Jim Carrey's one of Jim Carrey's not so good films was Batman Forever. Batman Forever, the one with obviously Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Nicole Kidman. Is it? No, not Nicole Kidman. Is it? Fucking. Oh, I should know. Tommy Lee Jones, Jim Carrey, Val Kilmer, Chris O'Donnell. Is it Nicole Kidman? I want to search though, but I don't know, because I could be wrong. God, this is not showing my movie knowledge any favours. Batman Forever. Sorry, I'm just doing a quick in the movie database. Yeah, Nicole Kidman. I was right. Yeah.
There you go. When it comes to the Batman films, I a combination of lose track of exactly which one's which. I have seen most of them, but it's over like years, and sometimes remembering which one associates with which film.
Michael Keaton, the Michael Keaton era, you know, you had the likes of obviously Michelle Pfeiffer was Catwoman in Batman Returns. You had Christopher Walken that was in it. Dan DeVito as Penguin. Obviously Jack Nicholson as the Joker.
Right.
Do you remember that thing I obviously, I'm going to be cryptic about this, but remember that thing I showed you last time, Monday?
Vaguely.
I've just mentioned a character that references that.
Yeah.
I think I'm looking at that for next month.
Ah, fair dues.
If it hasn't sold out by then. Which I'm hoping not. I've just realised my entire tractor fleet is probably going to end up on two sodding fields right now.
Meanwhile, most of mine's parked up right now. I've only actually got a couple working, but it's one of them things where, at the moment maybe, but then when things get busier, I can see them all being...
Yeah, well, this is, like I said, this is why mine are... doing what they're doing right now. So you're nearly finished. Okay, so then that field is going to need...
Yeah, there's another one of them class half tracks again that you bought right at the very beginning. I've only used.
Did I buy a half track?
You definitely had one early on.
To be honest?
The Terror Track, I think it's called, isn't it?
Yeah. To be honest, can't remember. Right, so if that's nearly finished, then that field can get seeded again. Then it can get rolled. It won't need fertilising just yet, so that leaves 2 tractors sat in the yard right now. How's my productions looking? Oh, okay. Yeah, not so bad. I literally could just sell that, but no, I know what I'm doing with my pallets now. For now, I've got an idea with my pallets, so I'm pretty good with that right now. You guys need a bit of food at some point, but... Sugar, 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 sugar. How far are you? Grass is ready to harvest. Really growing. So you might need an not fertilize it really.
Oh, you don't get narrow tyres if you need.
I've got an idea for that. I've got an idea for that side of things. So I might. I'll keep that for.
He's being cryptic again, folks.
I don't want to give away any of my plan.
No, I take that as a compliment that he generally is worried about what I'm doing if he still thinks it needs to be secretive.
Yeah, but the problem is, like I say, and like we pointed out last episode, I don't watch the entire video. I go to the highlight bits that needed highlighting, and then occasionally we'll swap between screens.
Do you try and make it about 50-50 split, do you reckon, or is it just as and when you feel?
I think the last few times you've had a little bit more than me.
Oh, right, fair enough.
Your side's had a bit more than me. I
Why
generally.
did you feel that what you've been doing's not been? I wasn't asking that in like a big-headed way.
No,
I generally. If there was any sort of thought to it.
I generally do try and give us equal. There he goes, past with a load of bales. Wrapped bales. Silage bales, I'm guessing.
I'm just borrowing your yard a second.
That's fine.
Well, I need to go and sort something out, so I'll leave it off the road. That don't cause any problems.
£10 parking fee. Only joking.
What's this? I'd send you that and I'd lose by 9 quid or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'd be like, bastard. I could just see that one happening.
What?
Who asked you, chicken?
Okay, I'm amazed.
What's that?
So I jump in the tractor, yeah, that I thought was on the field.
It was nearly in the river.
It was in the drink.
But you managed to drive it out.
It was on the other banking, but there was enough there to.
So it's actually gone through the river.
Yeah. And not damage the tractor. Obviously, I didn't see it. I got a massive, I jumped in the tractor, got a massive spike of like lag, or not lag sort of thing.
Really manned up, Meg. Shut up, Meg.
And it literally propelled me through the river. On the tractors on the other, both wheels of the front and back end of the tractor are on the banking.
Fair enough.
But it's not swamped. It's not swamped it.
Take that as lucky.
I don't understand why it would keep going into the water when it knows where the course is.
I've told you, I saved my John Deere a couple of episodes ago. I saw him driving towards it.
It's like it's missed the stop point. Because it had finished the course. That's the weirdest thing about it. Or it's slightly missed a little bit, which I can quickly do. But yeah, it's like it had missed the stop point and just gone straight forward.
Yeah.
Which is just so fucking bizarre. And I don't get why, when the course was programmed to the tractor and the equipment.
Okay, yeah, one of mine had a massive, like, one of my...
What, one of your course players?
Yeah, he's... If you go into the map, look at growing, and then look at field 73.
Oh god.
Because I got to try and figure out how far he got before that happened.
Field 70, where the fuck is
Next to the shop.
Oh. And all I'm going to say is, you fucking bastard.
Wait, is that one of the fields you were looking at?
Yeah.
Ha!
Why wasn't...
Only
The problem was I wasn't fucking saying anything, because I knew you'd spike it. You'd swipe it.
Yeah, but I didn't... Trust me, I had this plan from last episode.
Oh, you twat. Damn it, that was one of the fields I wanted.
But it was one that was ready to harvest.
Hmm.
So I got it. Obviously grabbed the crop that was on it.
So that's interesting, because that must have spiked the same time mine spiked.
Yeah, and for some reason it sent my tractor drifting across the map. Yeah, by the looks of it, my other vehicle that was cosplay, which is my harvester, one of it wasn't affected.
Yeah,
I
because...
believe that's the field you were looking at.
Yeah, because that's the weirdest thing, because I've just come back into cosplay now. And the Fent had an issue as well.
Oh, okay,
What?
I got in one of my other tractors that was working, and yeah, 57
Pinged?
minutes. Yeah, big style.
Hmm. This is what's been happening. That was what has happened to all of mine so far. Every time I got into the AI vehicle, it pinged it.
Well, I've got into the harvester, that's not any issues. Thankfully.
Yet.
I've now got to try and extract this vehicle from where it ended up.
Hmm. Which is a bit of a... kind of a bit of an issue if this is going to happen.
I don't think it's... I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, but... to it happen to mine to happen to yours?
Yeah, but it sounds like more like it's been a random bug, but it's happened to both vehicles at the same. I don't think it's sort of like... maybe it would affect every vehicle.
But it's affected three tractors so far.
Yeah, well, hopefully it's just a one-off thing, where it's like a bit of a server spike or something.
Yeah, because I didn't see a rise in ping.
I think
So...
that's about how far you've got on it.
I mean, the only thing I can really sort of do would be just go back through server logs. And see if there's any spike. Because we're not really running anything different. We're not...
No. And to be honest with you, with that sale there, I have no bales at the moment, so I don't think we can blame a large amount of bales on the map or anything.
No. I can't blame a large amount of pallets either, because...
all we know is it's Alan's fault.
We're looking pretty shocking here, boy.
What do you mean?
Well, we've got no light.
Well, I mean, if you want to call it a night, I can do.
Well, I think we've got no light.
Yeah, right you are. I hate sleeping when there's a cedar going, but needs must.
That's why
We end up with fields in 2 different states of growth.
But that's why I haven't even started seeding yet.
It's one of them, it is what it is.
That's why I deliberately left off. Yeah, I mean, that's why I deliberately left off sort of seeding. Yeah, but we couldn't, you wouldn't have been able to see out. So I need my seeder.
I know you two are ready. Okay, the train stopped. According to my screen.
Where?
Or is that something else that's going to ping if... Byfield 98. Yeah, it's a train station.
That's... Yeah, that's not good. I'm not seeing your... Oh no, he is. Sorry, I was about to say I'm not seeing your cosplay moving, but I am. Why is the train stationary? Nobody's rented the train.
Can you rent the train on this map? I was just looking for that because I was seeing if I could rent it and then get in it, but I can't even see like
No, I don't
nothing
know.
where you would rent it.
Yeah, you can. By railroad silos south.
Ah, yeah.
Right. We've seen, but the problem is we used to see that in Silver Run, if you remember.
Yeah. Right, I've just done that. And I've now rented it and it's now moving again.
It might have been just a good thing it actually staying stopped, but could that have been the cause of the ping issues? Who knows?
I don't know, but there we are, it's moving again because I've rented it and unrented it. Cost me a £5 for science.
Fields. Fuck's sake.
What's up? Still not ready or too many are ready.
No. That's why I did this field myself. Because dipshit cosplayer still likes to do the fact that it can't rest. It still, even though I've split the field,
He still picks them up as one.
it's still picking the field up as one.
Told you I'd just buy them and tie them together at that point. It was me.
I probably would if I had the capital, but
Loans. Beautiful loans.
what?
Go take out a loan.
Yeah, you probably have done. It wouldn't surprise me if you wouldn't surprise me that you have, because I mean, I know how much that field was behind the shop. And it wasn't cheap.
No, it wasn't, but it was worth it. Even more so now I know it's printed you from buying it.
Yes, it did render me from buying it. Okay, now I'm gonna have to do that thing again with this field. Construction, landscaping, start, soften. I'm gonna have to basically soften field again. I've already had to do this on my big fucking field. And then people are like, well, why are you softening your field? Because it's got lumps, it's got a lump in it. And if you go and try rolling it, your roller does have a chance of missing. Yes, I'm taking the shape and character out of the field.
But he doesn't care.
But I don't. Give a hoot. It's all about trying to make some money.
Oh yeah.
But why is cosplay still telling me you're blocked by an object when there's no course? Nothing. I have no
Because
course.
you haven't been. You have to sit in the tractor to make that notification clear.
I literally had. Yeah, okay. I had to get out of the tractor and then.
You have to literally get into the tractor and get out of it again.
I was.
To clear notifications like that,
I know.
which is a bit odd.
I was in the tractor. Which was the weirdest thing. I'm sat in the tractor. I got in. Oh no, I tabbed into the tractor, didn't I? That's just so weird. I mean, I know. Actually, the question is how much? Oh, fucking wrong button. How much is? That it? Alright, fuck it. What the hell, game?
What have you done now?
I don't know if you were doing a contract or you were renting somewhere or.
I was just generating a cosplay course. If you don't really like Wax
Yeah.
Yeah, I was generating course. I was generating a course.
Fair enough. Oh, we do have that. We do have that mod in here.
Which one?
They allow create food mod.
Yeah, the cultivator one.
Means I can do what I planned now. Problem is, I'm not gonna have enough. Am I gonna have enough time to get all this work done? What the fuck?
What have you done now?
Are you generating another course?
No. Why did you just get another lax pack?
Yeah.
Server doesn't seem entirely happy tonight, does it?
No.
Maybe it needs switching off and back on again when we finish. Give it a rest.
Yeah, but it got. Problem is, it got restarted this morning.
Oh, right, okay, well, maybe not then.
It gets restarted automatically. It might be server might not be happy tonight though.
I wonder if with that new DLC there's a lot more people on it than usual.
Right, it's either that or they're messing around back end
Getting ready for new stuff on it.
Well, trying to get that new stuff on it.
For those who were watching this on obviously the recording, the Oxbow DLC launched yesterday as of recording point. I've had a quick look, and to be honest with you, it's like 4 items. We don't exactly get a lot out of it.
I know we don't.
I think if I'd have bought it, I don't think I'd be too happy. I mean, I got it as part of my season pass, so I'm not as worried.
Yeah, we got it.
I think
If it had
I think if I'd
bought,
have paid just for that, I
oh
think I'd
yeah,
have been a little bit like,
if you'd paid for that, I wouldn't have been happy. That I don't even know how much the price was.
I don't know. It's like I say, it comes as part of the season package, obviously.
Yeah, but you can still find out on Steam how much things cost.
Hmm.
And people, if you're wondering how I'm actually just getting rid of full trees with a chainsaw, is basically because we're using Jack mod.
Oh no, I didn't know. I didn't know if we actually were allowed to do that just in general. If
What?
the answer is yes, just a lumberjack a tree down.
I've been.
Fair enough. I've no problem with it if that's how we're doing things.
I was just getting trees off my field because they were in the way, and obviously, I was just. If they're on the field, if it was a forestry area, then I would say no, use proper machinery for it.
Hmm.
But if it's fields, trees that are in your way, then
Fair enough.
there's no qualms against just.
I'll let you off thousands, but
If you don't want, if you don't want to use,
you don't want the hassle of trying to deal with logs and shite.
yeah. And I haven't got the gear or equipment or patience right now to. Have to deal with that shit. Right, so you're gonna go there. You're gonna run. I'm gonna have to plough this, I think, aren't I?
That's what he said.
No, I'm just wondering, am I gonna have to plough to rip grass up, or will cultivate, and it take it up?
What is it, like a grass field that you want to plant crops on?
Yeah.
Either director or seeder or a cultivator should do it.
Please tell me I've still got that on limit to fields. Yes, I have, by the looks of that. Good. Because I don't want to make a field bigger than I have to. So yeah, I've finally just taken a plunge and got that grass field.
Yeah, just like I said, that's what I would do. I was having that same problem with 94 and 101, wasn't I?
Mm.
And my end solution was just, well, if the fields want to be together that badly, who am I to deny their love?
So I've just basically.
So they are my mega industrial grass field.
But because it was getting caught on trees within the field every time it tried to run the route just to prepare one field. I mean, it will still. I know the seeder is still going to miss bits because the fact that cosplay knows that there's a frigging fence in the way.
Once you've ripped under that fence, it might not.
What, even using lands?
Yeah, it might not do that.
The problem is this is now. Is it control tab? Yeah. It's wasting time. Time that I really don't have. Might lag. No, it doesn't know. Okay, it doesn't know it's there now.
Well, I thought usually once you've Once it's got actual field, because the thing is, even when the fence was there was probably a bit of grass underneath it. Whereas once you rip that out, it should just pick it up as field.
Hmm. This is just wasting too much time. Which is kind of really annoying me because I don't have a lot of time to begin with during. I want to get these fields.
Gonna get them turned round. I know what you mean.
I mean, yeah, I've got enough time for the next episode. It's not worrying me, but I need to get them turned around because then they're kind of on par with
Mm.
the other fields. Let's go. On headland. Why didn't you? Okay. Field center, isn't it? I know how I'm gonna have to stop it from. I'm not bothered if it does that. Why aren't you? Why is cosplay not working?
Working for me.